The strangest egg I've ever seen flickered with a faint pulse, as if something beneath the shell was already plotting its first move. Tiny veins crawled beneath the membrane, forming living patterns that suggested this creature wasn't built like anything I'd raced before. The egg rocked once, a subtle shift that felt too intentional, as if the creature inside sensed my presence.
The embryo sharpened into focus, revealing a shape that didn't match any species in the database.
Not a heartbeat flashed inside, heavy for its size, pounding with a force that shouldn't belong to a creature this small. The shell split down the center, releasing a burst of glowing fluid that shimmered like molten glass. A strange hatchling pulled itself free, long-limbed, translucent, and moving with a confidence no newborn should possess. Its reflective eyes opened instantly, tracking my movements with intelligence that sent a chill up my spine. Its gills pulsed with rapid, rhythmic bursts, forcing water through its body like a living pump designed for speed.
Within minutes, it darted across the tank, faster than any newborn aquatic animal I would ever documented.
Its tail vibrated at impossible speed, generating tiny whirlpools that reshaped the sand beneath it. The moment I introduced microfood, it lunged with predatory accuracy, as if hunting was already coded into its instincts.
Its skin changed color in real time, adapting to shadows like a creature built for stealth.
Fins sprouted along its back in just an hour, developing structures that should have taken days. It pressed against the tank walls methodically, testing them as if evaluating boundaries.
By hour 8, it doubled in size, its limbs stretching with unnatural efficiency. Rows of needle-like teeth appeared, each sharp enough to shred micro-prey effortlessly.
It began circling the tank in tight loops, behavior typical of hunters mapping their territory.
Glowing patterns rippled across its body, forming signals possibly meant for communication or warning. Then it stopped and stared at me, not with confusion, but with recognition, as if it finally understood I raised it. The hatchling flexed tiny limbs, testing strength it never had before, like evolution pressed fast forward.
Its first swim was chaotic, faster, sharper, almost too aggressive for something only hours old.
Then a spiral motion emerged, a pattern many predators use long before they understand hunting. Its eyes reacted instantly to light, too instantly, suggesting instincts that shouldn't exist this early. It tore through algae like paper, consuming twice its body weight with impossible hunger. The heartbeat spiked, too fast for its size, something inside accelerating far beyond normal growth.
By morning, it had doubled. No transition, no warning, just explosive biological expansion.
Claws emerged at the tips, delicate but sharp, signaling its shift from harmless organism to something else.
A sudden tail strike slammed the glass, reminding me this creature wasn't at the bottom of any food chain.
It began stalking food instead of grazing, waiting, calculating, behavior far beyond instinct. One instant it hovered, the next it rocketed forward, speed that broke my tracking lens. It snapped at shadows like it sensed movement I couldn't see. Its skin thickened into layered plates, forming natural armor faster than I could document. It began slamming the tank floor repeatedly, as if testing structural weak points. Its gills flared wide, pulling oxygen at alarming rates, more than any creature its size should need.
Color bands rippled across its body, a living display normally seen only in deep-sea predators.
It circled the tank like a trapped hunter, each pass harder, faster, more determined. Then everything went silent. Its body froze, coiled, waiting for something only it could sense. Without warning, it launched upward, nearly breaching the lid, its strength far beyond safe limits. For the first time, it locked eyes with me, aware, focused, as if recognizing its keeper. The creature shed its first membrane, revealing a skeletal frame pulsing with growth patterns far faster than anything I expected. Through its clear body, new organs emerged, each vibrating like tiny engines preparing the creature for its next phase. The prey gathered nervously, moving in swirling patterns, as if they sensed the predator awakening nearby. Without warning, it lunged, an explosive strike that tore through the swarm like a living vortex. New limb buds branched outward, flexing with unfamiliar strength as the creature adapted to a more aggressive hunting style. The entire microfauna colony panicked, scattering into narrow caverns where they hoped the monster couldn't reach. But the creature squeezed through, compressing its cartilage frame until it snapped back open on the other side.
Bioluminescent stripes lit up its body, a warning signal, or perhaps a lure for whatever came close. Even the dormant eggs trembled violently, reacting to vibrations caused by the creature's growing dominance.
It pressed against the tank walls, its hardened limbs clicking with a rhythm that felt more like strategy than instinct.
In a single jolt, it accelerated across the tank faster than any aquatic pet I've raised.
The prey hid beneath the sand, burrowing desperately into shadows that grew fewer every day.
It dug relentlessly, tearing through the ridge until the entire bed collapsed inward. Then it hovered completely still, its eyes fixed forward as though calculating something. I lowered a probe to scan its vitals, hoping to understand how quickly this transformation was accelerating. The creature lunged at the probe instantly, striking with a level of aggression that forced me to pull back fast. Serrated edges appeared along its developing jaw, each tooth sharpening like it was preparing for larger prey. The reinforced walls bent ever so slightly, confirming that the creature's strength was increasing dangerously fast. It began circling the tank with deliberate speed, like a predator testing the limits of its cage. Beneath the settling sand, the larva curled tighter, storing energy for a transformation I was no longer able to predict. Its skin stretched like heated glass, organs shifting in real time as its body prepared for the next violent growth stage. The gills pulsed faster than before, like a motor misfiring, warning me that oxygen was no longer optional, but critical.
Hard dorsal plates formed along its back, each segment locking like armor meant for something far more dangerous.
Out of nowhere, it lunged, a blur slicing through the water faster than my sensors could measure. Its eyes shimmered amber, reflecting shapes it shouldn't understand, almost as if they were watching me back. The tail widened into a blade-like fin, engineered by nature for maneuvering through tight, hostile environments.
It swallowed a creature nearly twice its size, leaving nothing behind, proof the ecosystem could no longer contain it.
The tank walls trembled from its movements, each vibration climbing toward frequencies that spelled disaster. It circled the perimeter repeatedly, like a predator, memorizing every weakness in its enclosure.
Its throat cavity expanded in ways I didn't think were anatomically possible for a creature so young.
The water shimmered around its skin, reacting to chemicals it released without warning. For the first time, it paused and stared at its reflection. Too long, too knowingly.
Color rippled across its skin, a defensive display I hadn't seen since its earliest mutation. It began pushing against the upper barrier, as if testing whether freedom was a solvable problem. The mouth formed sharp serrations, a physical upgrade that belonged to predators far higher on the food chain. It froze mid-water, every muscle coiled, waiting for something unseen before unleashing violent motion. The substrate cracked under its weight, a sign that its mass had outgrown the original predictions. It released a cloudy burst of chemicals, obscuring the tank like an underwater smoke bomb. Slowly it ascended, breaking its usual patterns, as if preparing for a stage I didn't plan or understand. Overnight, small limbs appeared beneath its shell, each one twitching nervously as its body prepared for another evolutionary leap. Rigid dorsal plates emerged across its back, hardening fast, as if anticipating a predator that didn't even exist yet. Its heartbeat accelerated rapidly, pulsing against translucent skin, a clear sign its metabolism was shifting into overdrive. The gills widened dramatically, absorbing oxygen with incredible efficiency as the creature prepared for a much larger body. Its tail fins narrowed into razor-like edges, slicing through the water with precision far beyond its size.
It began following my flashlight beam with uncanny accuracy, responding as if it finally recognized the world around it.
When I introduced food, it coiled low, adopting a hunting posture far too advanced for a creature of its age. It lunged so fast the camera barely tracked it, proving its growth wasn't just physical, it was becoming a predator. The creature shredded food with frightening efficiency, spinning in a rapid frenzy that churned the entire tank.
Its movement sent tremors through the glass, shaking instruments on my desk as if it were testing the boundaries.
By morning, it had doubled in size, stretching across the tank like a creature determined to outgrow confinement. Interlocking plates sealed its torso, forming near impenetrable armor that hinted at its final monstrous form. Sensory frills expanded, twitching sharply with every vibration, suggesting rapidly evolving environmental awareness.
Its shadow stretched across the tank wall, far larger and far more intimidating than anything I had prepared for.
It patrolled the surface relentlessly, circling with intent, as if hunting an invisible intruder. The reflection in its eyes suggested cognition, something dangerous forming behind those glass pupils. It flared its fins wide, thrashing the sandbed fiercely, as if declaring full ownership of the tank.
It rammed the camera housing with startling force, confirming it now viewed anything near the glass as competition.
A secondary jawline emerged beneath the first, grinding silently, as if preparing for a larger prey item.
It began patrolling the tank in slow, deliberate loops.
The water temperature spiked suddenly, forming warm pockets, as if the creature itself generated unstable heat. It sprinted across the tank in one explosive burst, colliding with rocks and sending gravel flying everywhere. Its skin pulsed with bioluminescent flashes, each flare brighter than the last, as if warning me to step back.
It hovered near the filter intake, studying it almost intelligently, as if testing the weakest point of the tank.
Hairline fractures spidered across the glass, confirming my worst fear. The tank may not survive much longer.
It pressed against the cracks repeatedly, pushing harder each time, as though it sensed the structural weakness. The creature thrashed wildly, sending waves crashing over the rim as alarms blared across the room.
I dove in with emergency sealant, patching cracks while the creature slammed the opposite side relentlessly.
After minutes of chaos, it finally collapsed, breathing shallowly as the water slowly began to settle.
Once repairs were done, the tank stabilized, leaving me uncertain how long it would remain contained.
It stirred again, lifting its armored head slowly, as if remembering the violence from moments before. But something changed. Its expression softened, no longer aggressive, more like a creature frightened by its own power. It moved cautiously, drifting with slow, controlled motions, as if trying to avoid causing another disaster. It approached the glass, placing its frilled head near the crack, as if acknowledging the boundary it nearly destroyed.
Over the next hour, its breathing steadied, and the tank returned to a gentle, almost peaceful rhythm.
Reviewing early footage, I realized it had grown nearly tenfold, far beyond any documented aquatic metamorphosis.
Now it rested calmly atop a rock shelf, its once violent energy replaced by a strange, serene presence. Its body pulsed with gentle bioluminescence, less like a warning, and more like a creature finally at peace. It drifted toward me, hovering quietly as if recognizing my presence after surviving our most turbulent day yet. After 8 days of chaos and wonder, I realized this strange aquatic creature had become something far more extraordinary than a pet.